What is up, guys? Welcome to week number 5 of RollPlay Dark Heresy.
Well, let's be honest. It's not week 5. It's actually like month 5.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
we
yeah.
did it. We're together.
Yeah.
We're busy jet setters.
Guys, this is all we got to do. We just got to show up for the show, and we'll see you next time. We're done. We're out. We've done it. As far as we're concerned.
Right, guys.
We've slain the hardest dragon that Steve could ever muster, and we're good to go.
The assembly of the team.
Yeah, exactly.
The most difficult challenge.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, I'm glad that, Steve, you put out that thing today on my subreddit, because I had no idea what the fuck happened 2 months ago.
I was going to say, it's to remind the viewers what was happening, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
exactly.
I didn't do it for myself at all.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I had no idea what... I didn't even remember the person I'm supposed to kill. Didn't remember that we did this fight and, like, you caught on fire, Wheat. Did you remember that? Did you remember?
We took 9 rounds of trying to put his ass out. We all failed. We're like, stop burning, Rick. Stop it.
Oh, God.
That's pretty accurate, I think.
That was amazing.
Rick was like, ah!
I forgot that I had a chainsword that I still don't have, but I've paid for some
It's
reason.
on order.
It's on order. It's on back order or whatever. What else is there,
That
Steve?
Amazon drone delivery.
Killed a bunch of rats.
Yeah?
And,
Yep.
we heard voices, to which I had no idea what they were until Steve spoiled the preview and says it's a riot coming at us. So that's... Pays to read, kids. Make sure and
We've
read.
got a riot coming at us. I didn't know that.
Now you know.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
want
yeah, yeah. Last time we were putting out fires on Fricks, and you guys kept hearing this sort of growing roar of a crowd and like the increasing light of flames from down the hallway you had just come down.
Right.
And that's where we ended at.
Perfect.
All right.
Let's
So
just say I've
before-
got the 1 out of the... I've already rolled a d20 today, and I rolled a 1 right off the bat. So, I mean, this is Dark Heresy. It's right in order. Everything's good.
Let's also say this, so let's disclaimer this, because there's people like, it was every 3 weeks, someone was like, hey, did they cancel Dark Heresy? Listen, guys,
No.
we're not canceling it. We love this so much. We have a lot of fun. But in case you might have noticed, we're all, and everyone that was like not as busy as us is becoming more increasingly busy. So we will do this to the best of our ability. And I think the outlook is that actually, like December, January is going to be pretty good to us for doing maybe 2 in a month.
Mostly.
Yeah.
Mostly,
I mean,
yeah.
look, if YouTube decides just to fuck over everyone again, then maybe not. 'Cause we might be a little bit busy. But
You'll be fine. They're
We'll
not
see.
going to copyright claim webcams. You'll be all right.
you never know. Well, I've actually...
To be
I've already
fair,
got...
Okay.
I've already got 81
Positive
videos
act.
claimed of roleplay, John. So I think they'll figure a way
Video is
out.
no longer available due to a copyright claim by DICE.
Yeah.
Just not the company DICE, just DICE.
Exactly. Exactly.
Terrible.
But yeah, I guess let's just get started because it's been too long. So, Steve, go ahead and take it away.
Okay, so yeah, really quick, I just want to give you all a rundown of what happened last time, just so everybody's on the same page. So we met we grabbed the black market organ dealer Jerichus from Reichelt's bar in session 3, brought him back in session 4 to the House Phaedric's barracks, where you guys interrogated him pretty harshly. Engelbart was able to show his more gruesome side there a little bit. You got a little bit of information out of him. He's been selling body parts to an underhive fleshsmith named Gnarl. He mentioned he was working for a man from Landunder, and then his brain exploded and he died. Eli picked up a backorder chainsword from the nearby weapon shop. You investigated Captain Cortez Barbosa's high-rise. And you'd best believe you can get in if you work hard enough, son.
I remember we broke down laughing about that for about 20 minutes. But
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
still funny. It still
It
plays.
was a big feature of the game last time.
Yeah.
Engelbart looked at...
I can't even fucking remember how. What is it?
You best start believing in heretical stories.
Oh,
You're
right.
in
You're
one.
in one.
Yeah. Engelbart decoded this data slate, and he got some coordinates for Scintilla, which is the capital city of the Calixis sector. And he also discovered some medical reporting software that seemed to be implying a perversion of the Adeptus Astartes. He flipped out, went crazy, murdered the shit out of Mortician Victus.
I'm sorry, went crazy.
Yeah.
Any real servant of the Omnissiah would have done exactly the same without hesitation.
Absolutely. Praise the throne.
And not hesitation, he meant latency. But yeah.
Yeah, without latency.
Indeed. So says the Noosphere.
The next morning, Matron Karna Phaedrus didn't seem too terribly phased at losing her remaining mortician, as she insisted you all accompany her on a slag rat hunting trip in the Underhive, accompanied by Captain Cortez Barboza and Arl Thalia.
Rat hunting trips. Y'all animal.
God damn.
Yes.
There's a lot of mileage in this joke.
I just hate how this has
I
like
don't
become
think
the
we've
joke
beaten
of the
it to
show.
death yet. Yep. We have not beaten that to death yet.
Oh God.
You fought off a couple slag rats. You started getting pressured from this crowd, this riot that was going on. So you are now down in the Underhive in sort of an out-of-the-way segment of the Underhive. It's not terribly well populated, but there's this growing roar. And all of a sudden, from around the corner, if you guys are looking at Roll20, you should be able to see the setup that we ended up with last time, right?
Yep.
So down, if you look off to the right-hand side of the screen over here where I'm pinging, all of a sudden around the corner comes charging like, I mean, it must be like 50 or 60 dudes, and they're just in this horrible gang, and like a couple of them have torches. You see a couple of them with like some pretty heavy guns that they're sort of just firing off in random bursts. You can hear the cracks echoing through this cavern. So you look at Arl Thalia, Matron Phaedrus, and Captain Barboza, and all of their faces just sort of pale. Matron Phaedrus sort of turns to each of you and says, "We need to get out of here." What do you guys say?
Time for some frag grenades.
Yeah, I'm looking at Engelbart. I'm just like, Engelbart, come on, let's go. Toss
I'm
him.
gonna help
I'm just kind of waving my mechadendrite in the air and just wee kind of excitement.
I help
Awesome.
Fricks up off the ground because she's burnt to a crisp, and
Yep.
and I say, "All right, let's get the hell out of here."
All right. You guys are going to start running in the opposite direction down this hallway, I guess?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to start recording this at the bottom of this page down here. Let's see. Who's in the lead? Who's leading the way?
Me.
Jax.
Jackson Fricks, probably.
Awesome. So I'll put Jax.
Fricks keeps trying to not lead with me because she's soft, but because I have this desire to
Yeah,
make her hard, I'm. Nah, you're up front with me, young lady. We're vanguarding it.
Ooh, let's cover our bonds and our dispositions. So Jax, you've got 2. Fricks is soft, but I'll make her hard like me. And correct me if I'm wrong, I know Engelbart's secret and I'm watching him.
Yeah, that was the one that I was given that'll never get solved. So that's
Yeah.
Yep, be there for
It's a good
while.
one to hold on to. What's your disposition, Jax?
I can't remember what that means.
It's something like I have to protect someone weaker than myself.
Oh.
Is that it?
I think that's what it was it not?
Oh, yeah, something like that.
All right, we'll go with that. Protect someone weaker. Who could be Fricks, depending.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
And
kept trying to
then-
protect Fricks last time. I remember that now.
Yeah. Eli, do you still have Fricks as a liability, not an asset? I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Because like session 2 really hammered that pretty hard for you.
Yeah.
When she exploded.
Yeah, and then, yeah.
And you've
She
also got...
exploded.
The second one, which will never be solved, Engelbart owes me his life, whether he admits it or not. He'll never admit that. It'll
What's your
never be
disposition?
admitted. Spur the party into decisive action, I think is what it was.
Unplanned and decisive action.
Yeah.
And the way this works for anybody who's watching and doesn't remember is if you do your disposition over the course of the session, you get an extra 50 XP at the end. Yeah. Okay, and Engelbart has, I think you have 3, Engelbart. You've got Jax meets only the most basic definition of intelligence. I will work to enlighten him. Eli has insulted...
That's going to be impossible, but continue.
Eli has insulted the Omnissiah. I don't trust him. And Jax is in possession of an unmarked Astartes bolt pistol, a piece of tech heresy. This cannot be allowed.
Not the case anymore, though.
Yeah,
is
that
it?
got solved.
It's true, but I don't think
Jeff
Engelbart ever realized that.
Okay.
Because when Jax sold it, we asked at the end of that session.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
So we'll see if that comes up at some point in this session. What was your disposition? I think it was like endanger someone living to protect a piece of machinery.
Yes. I thought I did that by burning the guy to a crisp, but I could be wrong there.
Well, that your disposition is permanent for every session, so you can still benefit.
Sweet. Burn more people to a crisp. Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Keep going.
I mean, if you want to throw some grenades, it probably would count.
How many grenades do you have left, Engelbart? I didn't know that you had any.
I think I've only got 2. I restocked. If I recall
he did buy
but
more.
I didn't restock too much. Don't I still? I still have a crack grenade as well, don't I? I
Yeah,
made
probably
one.
so.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's not going to work
right.
too well against a crowd of people, but regardless, I still have it.
What the hell's a crack grenade?
Crack grenade is like
it
an
filled with
armor-piercing
crack, or-
grenade. You wanna
okay.
blow up a tank? Crack grenade's a pretty good way of doing that.
Wouldn't that
Yeah.
blow up people more?
It's like a C4.
It's shape charge.
Yeah.
Like all the forces in one like confined area, so
Gotcha.
no, frags are much better.
Gotcha.
And
It's crack
Fricks.
spelled KRAK.
It is.
I
It
have
does 40k.
Eli is blind to the terrors of the warp. I will open his eyes.
Oh,
and
you
then
already did that. You did that like session 2.
Oh, well then I must not have the most recent one on here.
You did. You do have. I received a premonition about Engelbart. They'll play an important role in the events to come. I don't know if we ever gave you another one, which we should really do.
I think I finished one last session, so
Did Engelbart do something awesome last session?
I do something awesome every session.
Yeah, that's true.
When
it's
does
kinda
Engelbart
true.
not do something awesome? Yeah,
What did you do last session?
We'll think about what we could do for another bond for you, Fricks. And what is your disposition?
that's
Isn't it
no.
like-
I'm sorry. Disposition is what I completed last time.
Oh, you still have it. It's permanent.
Oh, then I'm not. What is? I'm not even sure what it is.
I think it's help somebody with the powers of the warp.
That's gonna be tough, huh? Does that
I know.
fall into the
For me,
category
right.
of blowing the clothes off of everyone in the room?
Does that
or-
include entertaining all of the men when I become naked for yet the 4th time? Perhaps?
And when she says all of the men, she means her girth literally is viewed on the wall. Of the men.
Okay,
the
I've
homicide
got
does
this-
not approve of this flesh form.
Help someone
Oh
with the powers
God,
of the warp.
it's a Nurgle demon. Greater demon of Nurgle.
All right, awesome. So now we remember exactly what's going on. Okay, I'm pulling down just a little icon here.
What?
Very happy with the way that sentence ended.
Yeah, Pepita, Engelbart had my interest. Now he has my curiosity. That was the new bond.
I like that.
Awesome.
Remember.
Can I have a
Cool.
bond that just says hit something?
No,
Do you
maybe it's
think
supposed to be
that?
possible, by the way. You're supposed to be able to do it. So
Yeah, yeah.
A
Is
bond-
that compelling enough for Eli?
I mean,
I think after last session, it is pretty compelling.
Eli, the fantastic swordsman.
yeah, he's just apparently he did all of his sword trading in a play where no one actually gets hit. He's just an actor.
All right, so the way this works, you guys are running down the hallway, feet pounding on the pavement. From behind you, there's like bullets flying every once in a while. You hear this crowd, this gang, just running behind you and roaring down these tunnels. And you're twisting and turning, and the Underhive is this incredibly maze-like warren of massive struts that are probably like 50 meters by 50 meters, and pipes and drains and stuff sort of raining liquids from the ceiling. There's shanty towns that have sprung up all over the place under here. The ceiling height in here is probably like 100 meters high. You know, think like the length of a baseball or a football field. Jesus.
Okay.
Sounds
Shows you how much
Montreal's
sports
weird,
I-
man. They
Yeah.
call shit weird. Don't worry about them.
The length of a football field to the sort of metal strut ceiling of the Underhive above you. So the way this works, look at the bottom of the Roll20 page. We've got Jax Romulus and Fricks Pilgrim down here out in the front, and 2 squares behind is the gang. Now that's a distance of 2. It doesn't literally mean they're 6 meters behind you. It means their current distance from you is 2. That's going to get modified over the course of the beginning of
Wait,
this
this is
section.
the gang right here?
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
gang. The little fist icon. This is just a very abstract representation of how far ahead of these guys you are.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, you're running down these hallways, and Arl Thalia, who, as you may not remember, was an underhive or a lower hive industrial magnate. He actually led you guys on a quick tour of some of his factories and stuff, where his workers were, manning some massive industrial machinery. As he's running and huffing and puffing, he's a little older. He says, "Wait! I think we can turn left up here and make it into the biovats. We can lose them in the biovats." He immediately darts to the left. What do you guys decide to do?
We follow.
All right. After probably 2 or 3 good minutes of running, walking, catching your breath, Arl leaning against the wall every so often and clutching at his chest, you make your way to the biovat runoff tunnels. There's it's the underside of this huge substructure of vat synthesizers. Does anybody have any common lore of the Imperium or anything like that?
Maybe Engelbart would be the only one.
I have literacy, secret tongue tech, scrimshaw trade,
Common
low
lore
Gothic
Imperium.
language. That's about it.
I have common lore of Imperium.
Oh, okay.
More.
There you go.
Roll your common lore of the Imperium, Jax.
Sure, I'll do that roll that I totally remember how to do. It's just
So your common lore of the Imperium is an intelligence-based check. So
Oh,
you're
this will
trying
go
to
well.
roll 1d100 and get lower than your intelligence.
Your int's not too bad.
didn't do it.
You didn't roll that well, though.
Didn't do it this time. Not this time. To have to answer your question.
You're about 60 off. We'll
Jeff
get
has
him.
been affected by a sudden bout of amnesia.
Yeah,
I
as far as
can't
you're
for the
concerned-
life of
Remember anything about the Imperium? Just
Yep.
nothing at all. Where are we?
For all you remember, this is just a really gross place with drippy, gross junk falling everywhere around you.
guys. From what I remember, this place is disgusting.
And the evidence of your eyes and nose absolutely backs that up. There's the foul stench of degrading and corroding meat. So there's the floor is pretty slick here. There's a whole bunch of maze-like packages that are sort of passages that is dumping waste into open cracks in the earth. As you pass under the rusted legs of a massive vat synthesizer, so imagine there's some huge iron girders that are probably 10 feet in diameter, going up about 50 feet into the air, and there's this massive riveted metal structure holding bowl-like structure up above. And you can hear sort of hissing and pumping and gurgling sounds coming from above you. As you pass under this massive vat synthesizer, there's a few random shots from the pursuing gang that clang against the piping. One of the pipes about 20 meters up, it's plugged into the side of this thing, bursts wetly. And this thick industrial sludge comes falling down all around all you guys as you go running under this thing. Would everybody give me a dodge roll at a +20? So just to go over it again.
Yeah,
really
what
quick.
the fuck's the dodge roll, Steve?
Exactly. Your dodge is based off of your agility. If you have dodge trained, you're rolling against your full agility score. If you don't have it trained, you're rolling against half of your agility score.
Okay, maybe.
+20 in both cases.
So
And that's-
D100 plus
Oh
20.
my god.
Plus 20 being good or not good?
I do have dodge.
You're adding 20 to your agility score
So
for the
being
purposes
bad.
of making
Oh
Okay.
my god.
I do have agility.
Oh, I
so
crushed
that-
it.
I don't know. I mean, that means that I'm rolling against my full agility, so that's
Yeah.
30. So I still don't make it.
So you had an agility of 50, so yeah, unfortunately
Me and
you
Total
missed.
Biscuit are the only ones to make it, I think.
So just to go over this break it down moment by moment. Fricks, you have an agility of 28. You don't have dodge trained, so for this your agility counts as 14 plus 20 is 34. So I rolled 1d100 less than 34. It showed me the result of the roll, 19, and it told me how many successes you got, which is 1.
Nice.
Oh.
So
JP
if you guys
can't hit for shit, but he is always.
Dude, I'm
like a
really
dancer.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you want a
Oh,
really
running
convenient
away.
way of
Very
seeing
good.
how many successes you have, you can just slash roll 1d100 less than your target number. So,
Nice.
who failed?
Jax
Fricks
and Fricks.
Fricks and Jax both failed. Okay, so this heavy sludge comes falling right down on you and just sort of breaks wetly over your head, and it's incredibly thick. And both of you have sort of been knocked to the floor and are covered with this incredibly thick glue-like substance. As you're sort of freeing yourself from the sludge, the gang fires off a couple more shots. So let me see here. Oh man, I've totally reorganized my screens and it's very confusing. There, that's a lot better. All right, so this is versus Jax. The shot misses you wildly. A las pistol cracks out, and the las shot just flies off into the distance.
How much damage does Fricks take when she gets hit? 'Cause,
let's find out.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be like 1d10 plus 3, right? So. All right, Fricks. Fortunately, a burst from a stub automatic fires out in the gang, and it misses you entirely as well.
Couldn't hit the backside of a barn.
That's right.
You guys can free yourselves with one full action.
We do. We choose to free ourselves.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Steven, while they're freeing themselves, is there anywhere, like, can I pull off a movie shot if I, like, hit something and then something falls on this gang or parts of this gang? If I, like, look up?
I like that. Can't hit people normally, but let's go for the clever trick.
Absolutely.
No, I have no problem shooting people. It's just with the swords, it just doesn't go well at all.
Okay.
So it's pretty dim down here, but there's sort of like this eerie glow coming from a number of these machines. You look up and you see that the gang that's probably, it's probably like 100 meters away from you guys. It's closing in, it's getting closer. But they're running under another massive VAT synthesizer, and there's the same sort of assortment of pipes and stuff above it. If you make a called shot at the at the VAT synthesizer and you hit, then I will let you do the same to them.
I mean, if they're taking a full action, then we're obviously gonna like be stalled a little bit. So I'm just gonna go. Might as well do this. What do I roll for that?
Time to shine, Eli.
Just a D100.
It's versus your ballistic skill. So roll 1d100 and then type at the end of 1d100 less than, and then type in your ballistic skill.
Can I take an aim shot as well?
Yeah. Well, if you take a full round action to aim,
then it takes
then you'll
longer.
get plus 20.
Right.
But they might get another chance to shoot at y'all. So it's up to you.
I'll just
Do
take
you wanna...
a regular shot. So I gotta do 30. What is it? I think it's 43. 47.
Oh, 47.
Like right there.
All right. You managed to hit the pipe. It bursts with another wet sound. There's this slurping sound as all of this fluid starts pouring out all over the floor. Unfortunately, the gang was a little bit faster than you expected. Most of them were through it. You catch a couple of them, and you see like a number of them just get blasted to the ground by this deluge of sludge.
Perfect.
But the rest of them keep on coming.
Okay.
You free yourselves and continue running along.
Is the sludge perhaps flammable?
You could try, but from looking at it, I don't think you necessarily know.
Okay.
Is there something specific you wanted to give a shot at?
Just curious.
Okay.
I could
All right,
provide you with my plasma torch.
Fricks, look. I know you
might be
enjoy
withdrawn.
being on fire, but please, not
Can you
now.
stop playing with matches? I just thought maybe if we pass it, maybe we could set it on fire to slow these guys down.
You could try to look around and find something that's flammable. Like as an industrial area, there's definitely like pipes and tubes and all sorts of stuff that you could put to your advantage. It would take you a little bit of time to investigate. If you didn't manage to find anything, then the gang would probably catch up to you and you'd have to have a little fight. Okay. But if you did manage to find something, you could probably, ignite it, deal a little damage to the gang, and get out ahead of them.
No, I'm concerned about all this shit all over me, so I'm okay just moving forward.
All right. Yeah, you go running along. Passing under these pipes, there's shots being fired every so often. As you're running, do any of you want to like take pot shots back at the gang?
No, I'm spending all my energy just carrying this massive Fricks with me.
I'm thinking grenades.
Ooh,
for the
all right.
right now.
Cool. You want to like drop a grenade in your wake and hope they run over it?
Like a goose.
How far back are they? Estimate.
They're probably about 50 meters back.
50 meters back, so they're going to cover that ground in, what, 5 seconds, 10 seconds?
Let me think. If they're running, it's probably going to take them 15 seconds to get there.
15 seconds to get there. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's
set,
like 3 rounds at a full run, something like that. Yeah.
Can I set my grenade to have that long a fuse, or is that not possible?
I think you can set your grenade to have a fuse as long as 1 full round, but you might be able to hurl it. Or you could even like try to hang back. You might take a shot or two while throwing the grenade.
Is there any way that I can take cover? Is there anything?
Oh, absolutely. You can definitely take cover behind, a strut or a pile of slush. There's places for you to grab.
Pile of
some
slush sounds amazing. Let's do that. It's a fantastic place to put it. All right. Well, I will take cover and lie in wait for them to get a bit closer.
Awesome. All right. They definitely come closer. They're gonna see if they can notice you.
I'm small and in cover.
No, they do not. They're totally focused on the rest of your group. They didn't even see you peel away. So you get plus 20 to your ballistic skill for... No, actually, attacks to hit a gang are always at a plus 30. So make your throw.
All right.
Just do your ballistic skill and we'll see how well you... Oh, my God. Damn, dude.
Damn.
Well, this is pretty good.
How much damage does that grenade do, Engelbart?
Pretty damn decent amount. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find it. I actually do not have that written down.
God, I totally remember us having this problem before, like constantly.
Yeah,
like impossible to find what grenades
do.
do.
In the character sheet, that might be useful in future. Where's the
Nope. Grenade. God, it's not even in the index. Awesome.
No. It'll be under. I guess
somewhere in the
just
armory or something.
Standard. Yeah, it's in the armory.
Just to save time, we could just say it kills all of them. To be honest, it just
Yeah, no problem.
blows their bits all over the place.
I'm looking through the armory right now. Clothing, drugs, consumables.
Oh yeah, here it is. Grenades.
3D, 5D10. Let's go with 1D10 plus 3. That's a pretty standard amount of damage. Area attacks deal double damage against a gang. So go ahead and roll your 1D10 plus 3.
All right.
So, Steven, in the book where it says it has a giant X next to it, is that like the type of damage, right?
Explosive damage.
Yeah,
I think.
explosive.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That would be 7.
7. So that's 14 damage to this gang. It blows up right in the middle of a group of guys. And, like body parts go flying. You kill a number of them.
Just do 1D100 for.
How many people died?
How many people got killed? I'll roll 1D20. Oh, what? Oh, that's 3 L's. Yeah, 12 people got blown to smithereens.
Praise the Omnisire. I take a small bell from my pocket and start to toll it very slowly.
Or you're just beatboxing shoulders or going.
We just see him start going up and
goes
down.
off, and like one of their heads goes flying off, and it flies arcing into the air, and then it lands separate in another part of the crowd, and it conks one of the guys on the head and knocks him out. You actually dealt damage like way larger than you thought you would just from flying body parts. You hear this like animalistic roar of terror from the gang, and they all surge forwards even stronger.
God damn it.
Not your typical response to a grenade going off in a crowd. I like your world, Steven.
2 of them fire shots off at you, Engelbart.